Good afternoon, everyone. Aren't you happy that fall is here? We've got two great fall segments today, a great gift and crafts fair coming up this weekend, and tips for holiday entertaining in your home with our fabulous designer, Michael Seward from Signature Home. Also, we're talking to a woman who has made her healthy lifestyle her business. One of my favorite Augusta businesses closed a couple of years ago. It was called Dream Dinners, and I loved it because I could spend a couple of hours there once a month and leave with 15 or so dinners ready to pop in the freezer. Today, we'll find out about a new meal prep service in town called Paleo Num Yums. The Paleo Diet, a food plan where people only eat foods like meat, fish, and leafy greens, is hugely popular. Now, some paleo devotees are taking it to a new extreme, adhering to what's called the paleo lifestyle. Others are happily sharing their good experience with the plan with others. Here's Juju Chang.
The paleo diet, as it's called, awakens your inner caveman. It's a high-protein, low-carb diet consumed by celebs like Robin Wright and Jessica Biel, and hot among the CrossFit crowd.
Right into double under.
The idea? To eat healthy like our prehistoric ancestors did. As a hunter-gatherer, meat, fish, leafy greens, veggies, and seeds are the mainstay. But say goodbye to legumes, grains, and any processed foods like pasta or candy.
It's high in protein, it's low in carbohydrates, it's low in sugar. These are all good things. And the motto is, if the caveman didn't need it, we shouldn't eat it.
Not only is the diet great for quick weight loss, but it becomes a lifestyle for many who say they feel better after eating whole foods.
I was a big Diet Coke addict.
31-year-old mom Michelle Rosen started paleo 8 months ago. Despite the absence of diet soda, the mother of 3 says she's hooked.
I'd had a bunch of digestive issues my entire life that drastically improved. Better moods, which is really important. No energy crashes, also less bloating, less puffiness. I just felt so much better than I ever thought I could.
And so why is it so effective?
The paleo diet is rich in protein, and protein keeps us feeling satisfied throughout the day. You know, we avoid those hunger pangs.
But nutritionists say there are some drawbacks.
You're not anti-paleo, but you're not the biggest fan.
You know, I think the paleo diet is fine as a jump start to weight loss. The problem I have with it is that it eliminates other healthy foods. If you are going to follow the paleo diet for an extended period of time, I would recommend supplementing your diet with a calcium and vitamin D supplement.
Juju Chang, ABC News, New York.
A local woman has taken her experience with the paleo diet to a whole new level, now sharing it through classes and a meal prep service. Ani Sanford says over the last couple of years, she started paying attention to nutrition and noticing how much better she felt and looked. She says it was a long journey into paleo, but it's where her body works best, and she loves being in the kitchen and creating meals that make others happy. Ani says there's no reason why that can't be true when you eat healthy. Food is a wonderful thing and should be savored. She says it just so happens that her food is good for you as well as delicious. Ani Sanford, thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
Now, Ani owns a new business we're going to talk about that's called Paleo Yum Nums.
Num Yums.
Num Yums.
Paleo Num Yums.
Num Yums.
Yes.
Your background is nursing. You're a registered nurse.
I am.
And it was through that career that you became really aware of how bad eating and lifestyle habits caught up with people later in life.
Yes, I was an emergency room nurse and I loved it. But as I was taking care of people, I felt that I was a day late and a dollar short, that I was kind of just, you know, giving them a prescription to add on to their huge prescription list and sending them on their way. And I wasn't able to do the education and to really teach them about food and just being healthy in general. And as I was starting the business and working in the ER, the more I meal prepped for myself and my friends and realized how good I felt, I started feeling happier. I started feeling better, and that's where I kind of started making the shift that I might not want to do nursing for the rest of my life.
You know, there are really well-known doctors who say things like, eat your way healthy. You know, that's just such a really important thing. We forget about all the nutrients in food, and that's part of what paleo is. It worked for the caveman.
It did. And I Never, I mean, I'd always heard, you know, diet is 70% of how you feel and look, and it wasn't until I actually changed the way I ate that I still don't believe it. I think it's 80 or 90% of how we feel and look. Like that we said earlier, that, you know, the puffiness and the inflammation that people don't feel when they go paleo, it's taking out those foods that cause, people don't understand that foods cause a lot of the discomfort that we feel, all the processed foods, and that's what causes the bloating and all that stuff.
In my medical history, I have had this situation where I've had to go to total baseline and then figure out what foods are affecting, and it is unbelievable the bad consequences that we can have from foods and from, like you said, so many things in the processed food. For me, it's the high fructose corn syrup. That's a big trigger for me.
Sugar, processed foods, gluten, and dairy. That's the biggest things that I tell people, you know, when they ask me what the paleo diet is. It's taking out all of those foods, which gluten and dairy are a couple of the two highest that cause inflammation, and of course the processed foods, and paleo really is just a more whole foods natural way of eating. You know, you had mentioned earlier that you really like the Whole30.
The Whole30,
and that is almost a gateway into the paleo, because it does take all that stuff out. You're allowed to have a little bit more things in the paleo diet, but the Whole30 is a wonderful place for people to start, because it does allow you to take those foods that do cause inflammation out. You find out what your aversions are, you find out what foods don't sit well with your body, and then you know, if you incorporate slowly when you get done with the Whole30, you can find out what foods very quickly that your body just doesn't agree with, and you can just leave those out.
Now, a lot of you are going to want to know more about Ani and how to get in touch with her, and we've got that information on our website. Just go to the Jennie link, and you'll find this story, and you can click on the links to her website. One of the things that people are really going to be interested in is being able to order meals, and you have to pay attention to what is offered because everything is fresh.
It is.
So, you know, your menu changes a lot depending on what you're doing.
It's a very new concept for people. 2 years ago, if I told people what I did and I told them I had a meal prep service, they kind of looked at me and they had no idea what I was talking about. Now people see me and they're like, "You're the food lady. I need information." And it does. It takes some organization to order. You know, we do a lot of things for you at Paleo Num Yums. We create it. It's all put together. All you got to do is pop it in your oven. But you pre-order through the week. Pre-order through Wednesday is helpful. And then pick up those paleo meals on Friday. And then people can make it as simple or as complex as they want. You can order meals. You don't ever have to talk to me. Come in, pick them up, and you're good for the go for the week. Or you can sit down with a lifestyle coach or myself. We can create you meal plans, and we can make meals specific for you and your goals.
That's one thing about paleo. The lifestyle component is really important, isn't it?
It is. It is really a way of life. And what I love about paleo is you can really go anywhere and eat it. You know, if you go out to dinner, you can get meat and vegetables, but it does take the willpower to say no to the bad things. But I think what I tell people is once you've been on it, and once you feel how good your body can feel, it is a lot easier to stay on track. You know, you're still able to enjoy foods, but it allows you not to get too far off track, because you start feeling bad really quickly when you introduce those foods that don't agree with your body.
Couldn't you listen to this so much longer? I want to know more. I want to taste. I want some samples. I for sure am going to be going to the website and looking into your ordering and how it all works. And I hope that you'll do the same. Ani Sanford, thanks so much for being here today.
It was wonderful.
And again, you'll learn a lot more information about how to contact Ani through the website. We'll be right back. From Thanksgiving, and whether yours looks like a traditional Walton's family Thanksgiving, or maybe you're more like that hilarious take on Turkey Day from Saturday Night Live. Your house may be overflowing with family and friends, or a small group around the table this year. Chances are you want there to be lots of cheer and happy memories for everyone who is surrounding your table this special time of year. And nobody could get us ready for Thanksgiving more than my friend Michael Seward from Signature Home. Love it when you come, Mike, and you have brought some gorgeous things today.
Happy fall, y'all.
Happy fall, y'all. And
It's here.
That's what it's about. It's adding little touches that make your home so festive for the holidays.
Absolutely. Whether you layer things with decorative elements or with aromas, that kind of thing, it's all about creating moments throughout your house, you know, as you receive guests for Thanksgiving.
I don't know if you have seen it yet. We might not have a wide enough shot yet, but these decorative fireplace screens.
We carry a variety of these fireplace screens. You can do something a little more traditional. You can do something a little more modern like this. I have one of these in my home. This one here is a little more modern. And you have 3 different finishes. You have the iron, the brown, the bronze, you have silver, and then you have gold. So there's a little bit something for everybody when it comes to fireplace screens. And it's better than just looking into a fireplace and seeing the logs. We're layering that fireplace and creating...
Again, the whole layering
Exactly.
aspect.
I like to use this mirror tray here in the middle as a centerpiece. And then as you put it, you can put an arrangement on here. It reflects that. It makes your arrangement look a little larger. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
You know, we all are missing somebody at the holidays, so you can get a picture of somebody, put them in the middle of your table, so they're there with you as well.
What a sweet idea.
Yeah.
I thought for a minute that, I know you like words, and I thought for a minute that was one of your words.
I should have put a picture of somebody in there, but we'll do that. I carry a great gift line at my store called Michael Aram, and look at these great gourd salt and pepper shakers.
That is beautiful.
Aren't those great? And we have the corn as well.
Oh, I love that.
Isn't that great?
You got your rose gold going on there, too.
Yeah, they come gift wrapped or gift boxed, and we wrap them. So it's a really nice quality gift. This is a great gift to give somebody. And we have the corn holders that match the salt and pepper shakers.
Oh, that is really nice.
Isn't that great?
Oh, that's beautiful.
We have fall leaves. These are iron that you can put in a bookcase, you can put on a coffee table, on a console table.
It just sets the whole fall thing.
It does, and that little metallic of gold just pops a little bit from the bronze that we're so used to. And then the preserved greens. I mean, you can take a look at this, how the oranges and the golds pop off of the green. These are good for any time of the year, but I especially love the preserved palms or the preserved boxwoods in the fall.
Yeah, that's just beautiful.
I really like those.
Now you've got some gorgeous bowls back here.
You know, as you're setting your buffet tables, with your food, it's great to have colors: green, red. You know, as opposed to the same old Tupperware or stainless steel bowls that we use today.
Yeah.
It's nice to have something a little more decorative. As far as your dinnerware, it's nice to layer this as well. As opposed to the same color, it's nice to change up the color a little bit. And see, again, we're layering and it pops just a little bit.
Can I lift this too?
Because if you can, it's really heavy.
So beautiful. Oh, it is heavy.
It could be a cake stand, but you can layer your things on a buffet table so everything's not so flat. And, you know, again, sometimes we put Tupperware, stainless steel bowls on the table and we put fabric over. And it's nice to have something maybe a little more decorative, maybe something a little more special.
Look at those balls.
Aren't those great? Yeah, like a big marble.
Gosh, that's beautiful. Love it.
So we have that as well.
And you have something going on here now with a pumpkin.
We are going to make a little something real quick. I like to think outside the box a little bit, so I carved this pumpkin earlier.
I'm going to just walk off set for a second and put this down.
So I brought some succulents in today. And I've already filled the pumpkin up with a little dirt. What I like about these succulents is that they are hardy, so I see flowers, people put flowers in these a lot, but when you bring them in, they can dry out fairly fast. And these succulents are fairly hardy.
And you love the succulents. We've talked about them before.
I do. In the store, I carry some fake succulents, and they look really great because these kind of look plastic. I found one that kind of trails over here, which is kind of nice.
Oh, that is nice.
Isn't that super? And then just some little moss to fill in some of the holes here.
Look at you.
Around here. And this would be a great centerpiece. And again, as opposed to flowers that are going to dry out, you could mist this and it could stay nice and fresh for many weeks. And then when the pumpkin's ready to go, because he's going to start to smell, you can take these succulents and put them in your yard. We have succulents at our home around our swimming pool, and they live through the winter, and some of them flower. They're very, very pretty.
So you can just transplant them into your yard?
Absolutely, yeah. So you're not just throwing away money on flowers that you're not going to use. But isn't that lovely?
That is beautiful.
Something a little different.
And I love how that hangs over.
Yeah, just trying to find some different heights and different pieces, but your local garden shop will have a great variety of succulents these days.
And, you know, you're right. We've seen the pumpkins with the flowers in them before, and that's all pretty. But this is so different.
It's unique.
I
Something a little different.
That.
We didn't talk about these candles, these Nest candles that I have. This is called pumpkin chai.
Oh, it's just fabulous.
Doesn't that smell great?
It is wonderful.
We do quite well with the Nest.
The Nest candles, yeah, and that is a scent that will linger in your house.
It will. We have holiday scents when that one's done for Christmas.
Yes, yes. Well, this looks just absolutely wonderful. What is your best advice for the person who is going to be the host for the Thanksgiving feast?
You know, I see a lot of people freaking out that they have to host a lot of people, but people are just there to spend time with you, your relatives, your friends. A lot of times it's people we haven't seen for a while. So just relax and have a good time, and don't overthink things, and don't work too hard. Don't hesitate asking for help. I know if I go to someone's house, I love to jump in and help them, and they expect me to.
Right.
You know, I help make things look pretty. You know, find a friend that's really good at this kind of stuff and say, hey, can you come over an hour before and help me out? You know, and it'll take some of the stress off. Just don't stress out and relax and enjoy your family and enjoy your friends.
I think that sometimes the meal gets away and people start to leave, and you feel like, oh, I didn't get to visit.
Absolutely.
I didn't get to do, and then that makes you a little bit sad because we do stress out too much about it, don't we?
We do.
The whole point is just to be together.
Be together, and like I said, ask for help, and everybody can, and that's some good quality time too.
Certainly is. Well, Michael Seward, you are always full of wonderful ideas, and you can visit Mike at his store on Fury's Ferry Road, Signature Home. It's in the Bilo Shopping Center on Fury's Ferry. Yep. And you've got all kinds of exciting things coming up with the store.
Lots of things. We're expanding. Spring of next year, we'll have a big new store, about 3 times the size we are now, so we'll have a lot more stuff.
That's great. And you can visit Mike's store and not only pick up things like this, but you have fabrics.
We do a lot of custom sewing, lamps, rugs, everything, yes, pillows.
I particularly love the time when you brought the outdoor carpet that was painted.
Yes, yes, those are really popular.
Really nice.
I've installed probably a dozen of those in the last month. You know, people love them. They're great.
Well, you've got it all there, and you can find out more about Michael and how to contact him on our website. Just go to WJBF.com and click the Jennie link.
And still to come on Jennie, a vendor market and craft fair you don't want to miss. Williston, South Carolina is your one-stop shopping extravaganza.
News Channel 6.
Fall is finally here, and one thing that everybody looks forward to is a fun fall market. The Williston, South Carolina Gift and Craft Fair is coming up this Saturday, November 18th, and it is absolutely free to get in. Jamie Still is with me now. Jamie is one of the 2 coordinators of this whole thing, and you have a big event, more than 50 vendors planned.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I like what you said. You are doing this event as a way to give back to the community. Explain that.
Okay, so we thought about how could we get the word out about everybody that is an independent seller in our area, because there's so many people that are not really informed about what we do. So this is a way to bring everybody together, and then we thought about, well, what could we do to give back to our community for this? And so what we decided to do was all the money that we bring in, we are going to donate to our food pantry so that we're able to help, you know, feed more families during the Christmas time.
Sure, sure. And give out turkeys and things like that. That's
yes,
really a great thing to do. Really nice. Well, I know that you wanted to know more about this fun event coming up, and we have something to show you. The first fall market, the Williston Gift and Craft Fair, is taking place this Saturday from 10 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon at the Winfield Heights Baptist Church. And these are some of the vendors. I mean, how in the world? I can't imagine that you were able to get this many, but it's like you said, you've got a lot of independent sellers, and this is a great way for them to come together.
Yes, ma'am. We actually have more than that. Several have signed up after the fact. You know, some had to drop out for other various reasons, but I think it's going to be really great. We got food trucks that's going to be there, a free bounce house for the kids, and just we want to bring everybody together, and that's one good thing about Williston and our food pantry. It's not just based at one church. We have a ton of community help, but we do things as a community, and we try to build that relationship with everybody.
And that's really fun because it builds a lot of memories for the kids too. They'll always remember the fun day they had there and the bouncy house and that sort of thing. You have jewelry vendors, you have
makeup vendors.
Makeup. You were telling me about a new hair product.
Yes, ma'am. That Monet just came out, and we've got, you know, someone's coming. They build wooden stuff and cotton wreaths, the deco mesh wreaths. just LuLaRoe, paparazzi jewelry, you name it, we have it. If it's a vendor for it, we've got it.
Well, that will really be a fun thing to go to. And these are some of the same things where you might go to a party at somebody's house and see these things, but you will be able to come Saturday and take a look at lots of different
and specials and raffles. We're going to be raffling off about every 30 minutes. We're going to have a raffle.
Now that's fun. So what sort of things are being raffled?
Lip Sense might raffle off some of their the lipstick, or just something from every table will be raffled off. So just kind of a little extra for coming to the event.
Take a look one more time at the event that's coming up Saturday, November 18th at Winfield Heights Baptist Church, 10 to 4. It is free to get in, and there are more vendors than you will be able to even see them all, I bet. But that'll be a whole lot of fun. Like you mentioned, the paparazzi jewelry and Tastefully Simple, Tupperware, so many brands that you like, and it's a great way for you to see them all. Jamie Still, thank you so much for being here with us, stopping on this Saturday in Williston. Find a few festive touches for your holiday home, but remember, the most important way to create a memorable Thanksgiving is to spend time with your guests. Be in the moment and don't stress the little stuff. And finally, get in touch with your inner caveman at Paleo Num Yums. Thanks so much to Ani Sanford, Jamie Still, and Michael Seward for being here today. Have a wonderful afternoon, everyone, and I'll see you again next Tuesday at 12:30 for Jennie.